From Hazard, Michigan, number 17, Coach Barry. A sophomore from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, number 18, Gabby Hitchcock. A freshman from Bristol, Indiana, number 22, Lauren Hanlon. In goal, that's junior from Randall Lake, Florida, number 22, Sydney Oberduffer. The Warriors are Coach Barry, that's what he's running, and assisted by.
Those were your starting lineups. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Indiana Tech High School. Tonight's game being brought to you on a delay. Fortunately, a little bit of technical issues. We want to appreciate you. No, this was a little bit of a rough start to our lacrosse season here on Summit City Sports, but a road trip coming up for the girls. The boys not coming back till early April. Make sure to have everything fixed up by then. Till then, I'm Carson Watkins. Thanks for joining us here today. The Warriors coming off a heartbreaker against the number 7 ranked Missouri Baptist Spartans, a game that they trailed quickly in. And then after they trailed, they started coming back and really held Missouri Baptist till the later in the game. But unfortunately, the comeback just came a little bit short. They are receiving votes. Ottawa coming into the season ranked. They are now 0-3. This season, they'll look to come to Fort Wayne and get a huge victory. We'll see if they can do it as we get ready for the opening draw here. So now we'll get ready for the opening draw. It's Farrell and Simmons, the spark plug for this Braves team. Their leading goal scorer, and it's not close. Ball is in the air, and it winds up with Deja Ruxters. She has 9 goals on the season, had a handful earlier in that last game. That one slips. Looks like it was a cross check. No, they are not going to call the cross check. Thought they would be. Ruxters took a spill right near the crease and didn't get the call. Now it's Donnelly with it. Donnelly sends it over to the wing side. Now it's Farrell. Farrell goes to her left, drives in, and that one's going to be knocked down. As Shirley Bearden getting another start. Bearden, my apologies, is getting her 4th start in net. 31 saves so far on a 122 shot face. Has knocked down her first 2 today. Here comes the Braves into their attacking zone for the first time today. It's Brown. They're going to get it off behind the net. Simmons. Gives it up. Brown again. They're going to kick this one over to Padgley. Moving around the net now, Seen, and she knocks it down into the hands of Simmons. They're going to reset another minute on the clock. Simmons dishes it off to Brown. Brown throws it in before knocks it down. It's going to go out of bounds and believe it will remain Brave ball. It will. Stalin has this one in front of the net before she gives it up to Simmons. Long possession here. Shot clock has reset twice. There's 30 seconds on it now. Dishes off Simmons again. Simmons being pushed out of the box. Throws it behind the net. 20 seconds on the shot clock now. 2:11 remaining in the first. Back over Pope. Pope gets it knocked out with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Ball still on the ground, and it's going to be picked up by Farrell. Farrell sneaks through 2 defenders and was held. Now it's Donnelly going in towards the cage. Little one step and right into the net. Another save from Bairden. Takeaway by the Warriors. Ball is on the ground. Going to be picked up. And once again, Warriors retaining possession for quite some time as the ball is back out to Farrell. Rockstars with it again on the ground. Yeah, there it is. That'll be a penalty. It'll be on the Braves. Felicia Dixon gets called with it, and a wide open net here for Farrell. Fail on Bairden as she's taking her first penalty shot of the day. 10:50 to go here in the first. Electing not to send her to the penalty box. Bairden chucks it in. That one goes wide, and it will be Braves ball. Another empty possession for the Warriors. Throw here. It's going to go out of bounds. Pass was intended for Starberg. And nowhere to go. So once again, another 90 seconds for the Warriors. As I said before, Warriors getting ready for a road trip. Played most of their season here at Indiana Tech. Ball hit the ground, but right back into the cage of Donnelly. Brooke Burr getting her first time with the ball today. Donnelly goes in and misses the net, and it will Warriors will retain possession. Burr again. Throws it in. It's on the ground, and it will be eventually infraction called. Now it will be Brave ball. Cold and windy day here in the Summit City. A cold 51 degrees. No sun in the sky. I see some of the players electing to wear sweatpants today. This one will be knocked out of the air. It's going to be eventually picked up again, this time by Cini. Ball's on the ground, and that will be a tripping called. Another slow possession, 7 seconds left on the shot clock, and this one's going to go out of bounds. And the shot clock will expire. Ricky gives it up. This one's going to move around by Deja Ruxters. That's Deja moving in towards the crease. Still scoreless here with 7:25 to go. She loses it, but the handkerchief comes out, and the foul will be on Dixon again. See if she goes to the box. She will not, but it will be a penalty shot for Ruxters. Ruxters flying in. This one's on the ground, and it will be another save from Bairden. Brown. Carrying it all the way down. She's flying. This one is knocked out of Brown's stick. It's off the thigh of Obefor. And now here comes the Warriors again. It's Farrell, 10 goals so far this season. One of the two Warriors with double-figure goals. Donnelly being the other one, but Bairden there for another save. Bairden increasing that save percentage after a slow start. And tough defense being played by defensive specialist Lexi Galani. So we're still scoreless 9 minutes into this one. Snatch out of the air by Palgi. Now it's Brown. Behind the net, it's Cini. Now Ottawa struggling to find the back of the net a handful of times this season. They've had to play from behind in most of their games. 20 seconds of the shot clock, and just as I say it, Stellini grabs her fourth of the year. So Obefor gives up another goal. She did start in net against the Spartans. She left the game after the first in replacement of Kat Hoff. Not her best start. So far this season, been a rough go for Ottawa. They lost 4-20 in their first game against Benedict College, only 11-15, and then a heartbreaking loss on Sunday to St. Ambrose University at home, 15-16 in overtime. And we have a nice road trip this week here in Indiana, then out to Iowa, and it will be another foul call. Braves up one with 4:52 to go in the first. Donnelly moves around into the stick of Bairden. In her net, another big save from Bairden. .420 to go, first quarter. Stellini moves it. Before there to scoop it up. Whistle sounds, and it will be a foul on the Warriors. Looks like Oglethorpe will be taking her first penalty shot of the night. And of course, Mackenzie Simmons going to be the one to take it, looking for goal 20 in her 4th game. Simmons charges, goes underhand, and slips it to the back of the net. A 2-0 start for the Braves.
Brave goal scorer number 10, Mackenzie Simmons.
Indiana Tech climbing to the 10th spot in the NAIA poll just today. They now find themselves down 2-0. With 3:29 to go in the first, a hold called. Warriors retain possession, and Deja Rusker's wasting no time. Kicks it over Brooke Burr. Burr, that one gets knocked down. Winds up in the cage of Pally. It's Simmons down the way. Simmons sneaks it down below again, and Simmons grabs her 21st of the season. A 3-0 start, and that'll be a timeout, Warriors. We'll take a quick break here on SummitCitySports.com.
This when it starts getting darker.
Braves goal scorer number 10, Mackenzie Simmons. By number 21.
I think it's really important for freshmen to realize you get out of college what you put into it. If you dedicate yourself to your classes and to your projects and to what you're doing in college, you're going to have a really great experience here.
I wish someone would have told me my freshman year that it's important to prioritize, knowing what's important, what's not important, knowing what I need to do opposed to what I want to do.
The two things that I think all freshmen should know is buy a parking permit so you don't rack up a bunch of fines and tickets, and also make sure you go to class, because it seems like a good idea when you're skipping, but then it's not worth it in the end when you fail the test or don't turn in homework.
As an international student, my advice for the freshmen is to not be afraid to make friends, because your friends here will end up being your family away from home.
Anything that you want to do, anything that you want to put on, anything that you want to showcase on campus, you can. There's always
2:58 to go in the 4th. Once again, Kat Hoff on the sideline taking some practice shots as we get ready. Simmons with 2 goals already. The Braves looking to knock off the 10th ranked Warriors.
You guys can hear, they can hear the sound at home, but the feed's not on. Just so you guys know.
Indiana Tech moving towards the box again. And the whistle's going to sound. And looks like it will be a penalty on the Braves. So that puts the Warriors a man up as Brown's going towards the box. Farrell's going to have it right outside of the... Thought it might possibly be a penalty shot. They're not going to do that. So it's going to be Farrell moving in. This one goes low, and that one finds the back of the net. Deja Ruxters puts the Warriors on the board for the first time this afternoon. That's goal number 10 for Ruxters so far this season. Puts her as the third Warrior to rack up double-digit goals so far. And another draw as the Warriors playing down 2. And the draw will be one. Mackenzie Simmons charging in. And it's missed by Dixon. And it's going to be picked up now. Now Brown. Minute 9 to go in the first. Brown moves in. Brown throws it. Whistle sounds. And it looks like it'll be a little bit of confusion. It looks like it's going to be a brave goal for Brown. So again, we're hearing reports that some of you may be able to hear the feed but not see it. We had a little bit of having a computer issue pregame. The video feed should be posted later, maybe today or tomorrow. So draw is in the air and it's going to be rattled around and eventually wind up with Stalin. And Pauly gives it up to Brown. 30 seconds to go. Ottawa looking to go up by 4 as we exit the first quarter. Little spin move here and gives it up. Almost lost by Stellini. And this one goes before knocks it down, but it falls right into her net and bounced off of her body and went into the goal. And just like that, it's a 4-goal lead for the Braves. With 2 seconds to go here in the first. Santillan picks up her 4th goal of the season, and the draw will end the first quarter here momentarily. And that'll do it. As the buzzer sounds, we'll step aside as we'll get ready for the second here on SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
We have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life.
For the second now, once again, they are electing to put Kat Hoff in to start the second. See if she goes the rest of the way. And it's going to go into Burr and find the stick of Simmons. Stellini gives it up for Brown. And now around the net, it's Ruoff. Dixon moving in, goes wide, and it will remain as Cini was closest to it. Now Cini. Moved over. Spin move here, moves in Simmons, and Hoff knocks it down, and it will wind up into the stick of the Warriors, as it looks like Hamilton took a bit of a shot. Hamilton is up, and it will be a penalty. See if anybody goes to the box, as Hamilton will get the ball back. Has an opportunity to move it forward, 13:52 to go. So Hamilton looking for a pass. Clock starts back up. Whistle sounds. It's going to be a high pass for Gabby Hitchcock. Ball is in the air and it winds back up. And it's lost as she was trying to cradle it. Dixon loses it. Now it's Burr. Burr charging in, goes by the crease, throws it out, and nobody there to retrieve it, giving chase. It's Farrell. She can't scoop it up, and just like that, it will be Brave ball again. Flying in now as McComber took a spill. Stellini gets it back from Simmons. There's Stellini, and she knocks it down. Gives it up, and here comes Gabby Hitchcock again. She gets past midfield by herself and moves into the attacking zone. Gives it up for Donnelly. Moving in towards the crease. Donnelly is fouled. $11:57 to go here in the second. Here comes Donnelly. Donnelly throws it in. Finds the top shelf and bar down. She puts it on the board for the Warriors again. Play the music. Warriors down 3. Donnelly, the leading goal scorer, 14 now for her on the season as the Warriors playing comeback now. Ball's in the air. Simmons takes a spill. Looks like there'll be a foul called, and after a long draw, Warriors do end up with it. Pass moved over here. Farrell. Farrell going in, trying to cut the lead to 2. It's knocked down by Bairden. Alexis Schultz picks it up, and that one goes bar down. Once again, Brooke Burr, this time finding the top shelf, and now the Warriors only down 2. Warriors have had to play from behind a couple times so far this season. And that'll be a timeout from the Braves. We'll step aside momentarily. We'll be right back here. Welcome back. Coaching staff of the Braves having a discussion with the officials during the timeout. Now we'll get ready for the draw. The Braves 5-2. The discussion continues. Going to end it. So now we're ready to see if Indiana Tech can tie this game. 11:24 to go. And now here comes Deja Ruxters again. This one takes a swing, going towards the end line and not being able to be saved. And now that will be Brave ball. Wind really kicking up here in the second. Moved in here, moving around the defense. Trying to, at least, Lexi Galani playing some great defense. This one's going to be gived up and lost. Picked back up by Stallion. Moved in and and that is off into her stick. And gives it over into the net of Hitchcock. Moved over. Gives up Brown. Off behind the net. Passes it over. 50 seconds left on the shot clock. Back over to Ruoff. And a slow, methodical possession. Moved around. This one goes in wide of the net. Simmons takes a spill. And Simmons still on the ground, slow to get up. And still slow to get up and kind of backpedals. Like I said it once, I've said it a million times, that turf oftentimes unforgiving as teams are going to conference, see if they bring out the medical training staff. She doesn't have any serious head contact and seems to be walking it off just fine. Hate to state the obvious, but Braves in favor of keeping their leading scorer on the turf, and it's not going to be that way as she is going to go to the bench. And that'll send Ellie Hahn into this game. As now we'll resume play. see if it's a extended absence from Mackenzie Simmons. Obviously wants to be out there for her team. Hard turf can be unforgiving. This one goes past Hoff, and just like that, that's another goal for Stallion.
Braves goal scored by number 20, Ashley Santian.
7:59 to go, and another goal for the Braves. Not an important draw, and it was a short absence. Mackenzie Simmons comes back into the game. Glad to see that. Goes on the ground, picked up. Brown. Gives it up, back of the net, it's Cini. Polini moving around, tries to dish it off. It's going to hit the turf and wind up in Galini's cage. And she loses it. Ball's on the ground, and as the Warriors were trying to set up in the midfield, Simmons picks it back up. Back out Simmons, 7:10 to go in the moved in. Brown loses it in the cage. Ball is in the air, and it will be picked up eventually. Whistle sounds, and it will be Warrior ball. Here comes Galini. Going to give it up Burr, and it's going to be a stoppage of play as Ruoff loses her stick, and that's a penalty for a slash, and that puts the Warriors up a man. 6:31 to go in the second. Burr's going to take it. Here comes Burr. Defense closing in. Sends it over to Deja Ruxters. Moved over, this one goes low, but there to get scooped up right before the goal line by Bairden, getting some more action. Ball is on the ground, right towards the end line, trying to battle for the ball right on the end line. It was out of bounds. It looks like it'll be, oh, it's Brave ball still. Or Warrior ball. After a long battle for it, Farrell sends it over the net, and it will be a stoppage of play. And another man-up opportunity here for the Ashley Stallion. Goes to the bench and see if they have a discussion over the call. See what the discussion is. 5:37 to go. If there's a change in the ruling. One of the officials making their way over. .548 to go, still waiting for an explanation. And Warriors, after all that, the Warriors retain possession regardless. It's Farrell. Farrell going in, and another penalty called. Now Farrell's going to go in with Bairden. Bairden with a good night thus far. That one goes sailing over the net into Whelan's cage, but gets it back. Farrell moving around towards the cage. Little one-timer goes bar down. Another goal for Brooke Burr. Once again, the Braves get their lead cut to 2. Brooke Burr gets another goal on the day. Ball is in the air. It'll be picked up eventually. Ball still moving around. Simmons going for it on the turf and eventually winds up with Gilmore. Gilmore saves it after it was. Ruxters loses it. Ball in the air still, and a blindsided Galini, as now they're going to stop the clock with 4:58. And that'll be a penalty on Deja Ruxters. Now it's the Braves, a man up for the first time tonight. Missed pass intended for Stallion, and it will be a penalty called. An infraction. And gives the possession back to the Warriors with 4:35 to go. Moved over, Donnelly has it. Donnelly going to her left, spin move, and she gets blindsided. Looks like it'll be a penalty shot. It will be as Donnelly spikes it into the ground. It goes over the cage and back. Golden opportunity missed for Donnelly, but good defense here. Forces the ball out. Donnelly scrambling for it. And eventually winds up back. Maybe not. Ball still in the air. And finally, the Warriors are the ones to come down with it. Kylie King loses it again. Ball on the turf and picked up by Erskine. Looks like we're going to have a penalty here. It will be a yellow. And they're going to send Gabby Hitchcock to the box. Men's team out here supporting their counterparts. 3:46 to go here in the second. And another penalty. This time it's going to be Brooke Burr going into the box. Not sure what that one was for. So now a tough spot for the Warriors, missing 2 of their players on the field right now. Simmons trying to take a look here. Simmons moving in, and it will be looks like another infraction on the Warriors. It is. That's the 3rd member of the Warriors going to the penalty box. This time it's Kylie King. So now we're looking at this one goes off the top bar, off thanking her best friend. Ball on the ground, and Gilmore comes back up with 3:15 to go here in the first half. And stoppage of play momentarily gives the Warriors a chance. Here comes Deja Ruxters, and it will be another stoppage. Another yellow card coming out, and just like that, more bodies in the penalty area as Brown, eventually they can huddle up and keep warm. Deja Ruxters was charging in. They're going to stop play again. For what this time, I don't know. It's another yellow. Looks like it's going to the box this time. This time it's going to be Jade Hamilton. That's 4 Warriors in the box as this field is rapidly losing bodies. Moved over, gives up. This time it's going to be Pompa. Moves in. This one goes past off. It's another goal for Ashley Stellini. 2:36 to go. The Braves back up 3. Ball in the air and eventually knocked out of the stick of Deja Ruxters. Now there's only one person in the penalty box for both teams. That may change momentarily, just as I was saying that. Gonna stop play. Green card given out. This time it's going to be Kylie King again. 2:25 to go. The student section getting rowdy right now. Now we're going to have some suspended animation. This has been a long second quarter all of a sudden. Having a discussion on the sideline now about what I am unaware of. Obviously don't have them mic'd up. Would be nice. Give an explanation, but not in my repertoire. And we're going to start play back up. Solini moves it down, and it's going to be picked up right near the box. And gives back up. This time it's going to be Palgini, and she's going to find Faith Ruoff. Right by the cage, little one-timer goes over the head of Hoff. Felicia Dixon.
Respect our facility! That's your first goal all day! As a player.
Felicia Dixon getting her third goal of the season. Just like that, it's back to a 4-point game. This ties Ottawa's biggest lead of the day. This one goes into the air, and it will be winding up with Deja Ruxters. Ruxters gives it up and gets it right back. 1:31 to go here in a long second quarter. This one goes over the head of Verdon, and this is Noelle Ricky getting a goal. Once again, the Warriors cut it to 3. No, Ricky, goal number 3 on the season. So 1:23 to go, an opportunity. Warriors did this last quarter. They had an opportunity to had a handful of goals towards the end. We'll see if they can go on a little run here going into the break. Ball is in the air. It's going to be poked down and eventually picked up. Stolini going to give it up to Paulini. 20 to 21. Paulini has it back, moving around.
Do something with the ball!
35 seconds to go. Looks like going to hold for the last shot, possibly, unless Simmons has something to say about that. Simmons gives it back to Stalini, and it will be out of her stick. So here's the chance for the Warriors as Hoff has it. And gives it up Donnelly. 10 seconds to go for Donnelly. Donnelly kicks it over. It's got to be a long shot. It will be, but it's going to be easily collected. 5-8 as we move into the end of the first half. The Braves have the lead. We'll be right back here for Indiana Tech Women's Lacrosse, presented by SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
You're busy. You expect to say no sometimes. But what you didn't expect was a chance to say yes to a college degree while keeping your life. Indiana Tech is now offering Chicago area students undergraduate and graduate degree opportunities taught online by experienced faculty who care. Learn more at one of the new Indiana Tech enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette.
I can turn this in early? Sure, whenever you're ready.
Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. Heat transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change. And depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2. And he's one of the professors that teaches it. And he just really was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do. And I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings for Utang-Sioux and for Zollner that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at Super Value Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year, focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, I was also learning about their culture as well, you know, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think, really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so small, you really get that one-on-one talking, everyday type relationship with your advisors and your professors. And having that is key to success, I feel, because being able to communicate with them and actually get your problems and questions across is going to help clarify things for you while you're in classes in school, which is going to set you up for success.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Hi, I'm Paxton, and I'll be your tour guide today. Behind me, we have Pearson Hall. This is one of our freshman dorms on campus. Today, I'll be showing you dorm rooms. Come inside. The only way to get into campus is if you have an ID card, so you'll have to swipe into all the dorms. And then over here, we have an intercom system. So through every...
More minutes of lacrosse. Right now, the 0-3 Warriors have a 3-goal lead over the 10th ranked, or my apologies, the Braves have a lead over the 10th ranked Warriors 5-8. So get ready for the draw, a long second quarter. We're now ready for the third. Ball is in the air, and it will be a scramble, and Simmons comes up with it. Simmons taking a short break during the second quarter. Seems to be moving a lot better now. Moved around the perimeter now. Little juke move, and Dixon loses it as she's going for her shot, trying to scoop it up. A little shove there. It will result in a Warrior possession. Warriors down 3. They've trailed by as much as 4, have never led. As get a whistle, and it will be Kenzie Simmons going to the bench. So the Warriors have the opportunity here, man up, to add another goal, get their deficit back within 2. They haven't been down by 1 since the beginning of the game, and now they'll look to tie this one up. As here comes the Warriors again. It's going to be over the head of King. King getting charged with 2 penalties, sending her to the box last quarter, and what was a busy one for the officials. And it will be on the ground, picked up. And here comes Stauberg. She gets it out. Finally, it's going to be Palini, who's coming the other way. So here comes Ottawa again. "30 seconds to go on the shot clock now as Dixon moves in. This one goes low. Hoff able to knock it away. Like I said before, we won't see the Warriors here till next Sunday. They'll be at Cumberland's this Sunday, and then on Thursday they'll be at Calvin before coming here to play Kaiser next Sunday, and then they'll have a little road trip against Lawrence Tech, who's the first-ranked team in the country, Concordia and Bethel, for 4 straight home games against Marion, Rochester, Aquana, Siena Hyatt for closing their season out on April 13th against Madonna. A quick season for the Warriors. This one goes in. It's going to be knocked down by Hoff. Moved out. Moved over. Donnelly gets it knocked away. Giving chase as the Warriors retain possession. As they're going to back out. Donnelly gets it inside. Looks like she'll be fouled. See if they send her to the penalty box or not. They're electing not to, but Donnelly will get a penalty shot. Donnelly elects to go backwards with it. She didn't like the look she was getting. Roosters turn around, gets it. This one goes down low, and Roosters finds the bottom of the net. Once again, it is a 2-point deficit for the Warriors. Roosters having another good game. Gives her 2. Her and Burr both with 2 on the night so far. Right now, Ashley Stallion leading the way with 4 goals. Simmons, the leading goal scorer, with 2 so far tonight. But now, like I said before, the Warriors try to play catch up in almost all of their games so far. They'll try to play catch up again. But Ottawa looking to come to the Summit City on a long road trip and grab their first win of the season. Moving in now. And it will be on the ground, picked up eventually. It's on the ground some more, and that will be Brave ball after a little bit of a skirmish for it. And just running out of bounds, an unforced error by the, or not, I thought she ran out of bounds. Coach was talking to his player. Can't quite get a good ID on who it is. They were talking. Thought she made an error as a push call, and that'll stop play, as it will be a penalty shot now for the Warriors. Farrell was thrown off her position. Farrell with an attempt to make it a 1-goal game. Goes in and finds the back of the net. goes straight to the cage and gets it to go. The Warriors now only down 1. It's another goal for Farrell.
Warriors goal scored by number 6, Michelle Farrell.
Farrell coming tonight with 10 goals. Tallies another one there. Substitution. As Kelly Coulomb comes into the game for Gabby Hitchcock. Ball is in the air and it's going to wind up now. Ball winds up with the Braves. A infraction called, giving a free position for the Braves. It's going to now be Pompa with it. Gets it behind the net to Cini. They're going to slow it up a little bit. Little spin move. Simmons goes low with it. Hoff tries to scoop it up like a hockey goalie, but couldn't quite do it. And once again, the Braves with a 2-goal advantage.
Braves goal scored by number 10, Mackenzie Simmons. By number 14.
Simmons picks up her 3rd of the night. 7:51 to go here in the 3rd. And the ball will be poked out of the air off of the draw by Donnelly. And here comes Donnelly trying to cut it back to a 1-goal lead. As I said before, the Warriors have never led. Last loss by the Braves was a 1-goal overtime loss. Looking to avoid heartbreak again. Donnelly gets her shot knocked away. Still on the ground, but picked up by Barrett. Simmons loses it, picks it up right before going into the crease. This one's on the ground. Simmons picks it up again and dishes it over to Schultz. And picked back up by Cini. Cini chugging down the field, going towards the cage herself. Sends it over and a whistle sounds. And that will send Michelle Farrell. Looks like she was offside. They're going to reset the shot clock. 6:40 to go. Ball hits the turf. Lines back up with Stallion. And now it's going to go over to Dixon. Ball's on the ground, kicked away, going towards, got to stay onside, and it's going to be picked up this time by Farrell. Farrell has it, 6 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Larksters. It's going to now send it over. Going through the lane. This one's going to go.
Let's go, Brooke!
So now it looks like it's going to be another penalty shot. It will be. Looks like it's going to be Brooke Burr with it this time. So Brooke Burr to make it a 1-goal game. Brooke Burr off the foot of Bairden. So now it's going to be in the cage of Jade Hamilton. Gives it back up, going through, and a penalty called. Let's see if it's another penalty shot. It will be. This time it's Deja Rucksters who's going to take it. So after assuming that it was a penalty shot, it actually will be with the Braves into the cage of Stallion. Moved over, this one goes high, and it will be one on the ground, and it will be another penalty. Looks like it'll be a penalty shot once again for the Braves. Kiana Sini going to take it on Kat Hoff. Hoff going in, throws it over the cage, and it'll be out of bounds. Closest to the Braves, 4:15 to go in the third. Going around now. Bellini. Moved out. This time it's going to be Dixon. And that one goes on the ground. Dixon goes top down. Make it once again a 3-goal advantage for the Braves. Dixon with another one. And now the Warriors desperately looking for answers as they are going to take a timeout, down 3, as the Braves look for their first win of the season. We'll be right back here on SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
.346 to go. The Warrior in the third. The Warriors electing to take a timeout. The ball is in the air. And it's going to be picked up now. This one goes down low. And eventually now will be picked up. Finally picked up here by CC Mason. Mason goes behind the net. While you're subbing in Mason. Now it's Burr. Penalty called. Here comes Burr. Burr gets her stick clobbered. Forcing a bad shot. Turnaround goes past the keeper as Farrell racks up another one. 3 minutes to go. In the third, the Warriors playing the tug of war game, just trying to get past. So now once again a 2-goal.
Let's go, Bears!
And draw one, Ruxters has it, and a golden opportunity here for the Warriors. And again, they've squandered a couple of them so far tonight. They'll be looking for a huge goal here, and it will be a flag coming out. Looks like a slash. Free position for the Warriors. 72 seconds left on the shot clock. It's going to be a penalty, actually. Here comes Burr. Make it a 1-goal game. Burr going in. Burr gets rejected. And a hold. Now it's Warrior ball again. Ottawa needing to stay out of their own way. See who gets the shot here. Moving in, this one knocked away. A second chance is good. Once again, a 1-goal lead, and it's Burr who grabs the deflection and tallies another one. It's 1-goal gain now with 2:24 to go. Warriors have not led this entire game. They're only 1 goal away from tying. Game has not been tied since it was 0-0. So a huge draw here. Ottawa still looking for their first win of the season. Ball's deflected. It will be on the ground. Picked up by Ruxters. Lost quickly. Goes out of bounds. It's Bray's ball.
That's return!
moved over now. Braves trying to slow the clock up here a little bit. They can run down a lot of this clock. 60 seconds left on the shot clock. 1:38 to go in the third. Moved around. Kicked out. It's going to be knocked down, and a turnover cause. Streaking down the field. Goes over. This one's going to be Ricky. Gives it up. A chance to tie the game. Under a minute to go in the third. Could make things interesting. Farrell gives it up. It's Burr. Burr gives it over. Here goes to the lane. A lot of contact and another penalty called for a slash as Donnelly took it, and that'll put the Warriors a man up on the penalty shot. 36 seconds to go here in the third, and a golden opportunity for Faith Donnelly to tie the game up for the first time since it was 0-0. A big one here as well for Bearston. Donnelly waits for the signal. Donnelly drops it down. This one bounced hard off the turf. Tried to go low with it, not opportune. Just saved it for the end line. So the Warriors get another shot. Ruxters turnaround. Trying to be shifty. Beats two defenders. Goes low with it. We're tied! 17 seconds to go in the third. A tie game just like that. The Warriors have come all the way back. Ruxters with a nasty spin move, getting around two defenders, and we're knotted up with 17 seconds to go. We'll see whoever wins this draw if they want to be aggressive. And the ball goes sailing towards the line and just being able to save instead of going offside. 10 seconds to go. It's going to be tough for the Warriors here. See if they try to launch this thing. Now what they're going to do, they're going to let the clock run out. We're knotted up going into the third. David Ruxter is knotting the game up. We'll step aside. We'll be back momentarily.
I think it's really important for freshmen to realize you get out of college what you put into it. If you dedicate yourself to your classes and to your projects and to what you're doing in college, you're going to have a really great experience here.
I wish someone would have told me my freshman year that it's important to prioritize, knowing what's important, what's not important, knowing what I need to do opposed to what I want to do.
The two things that I think all freshmen should know is buy a parking permit so you don't rack up a bunch of fines and tickets, and also make sure you go to class, because it seems like a good idea when you're skipping, but then it's not worth it in the end when you fail the test or don't turn in homework.
As an international student, my advice for the freshmen is to not be afraid to make friends, because your friends here will end up being your family away from home.
Anything that you want to do, anything that you want to put on, anything that you want to showcase on campus, you can. There's always people around to help you do what you want to do here.
Make sure that you always take time for yourself to make sure that you're okay, because college can be very overwhelming as far as like schoolwork and friends and sports and just like everyday life. Always just make sure that you get what you need to get done.
It's important to have a relationship with your professors because you become more personable with them. You start to engage in the material more. They can give you recommendations, especially once you get out of college. You definitely want to put them down as like references. And if you have a better personal relationship, it just makes the whole learning experience go smoothly.
As we join you back here for the fourth and offside called on the Braves, putting the Warriors a man up. Shot clock quickly resets after the Braves win the draw. Moved over Donnelly. Donnelly kicks it inside. It is lost on the ground. Picked up yet again, however. King. Little Burr. And the Warriors are in front! Brooke Burr takes the pass and throws it in the cage. And the Warriors lead for the first time today. Pump it up indeed.
Warriors goal scored by number 10, Brooke. Assisted by number 6, Michelle Farrell.
So just like that, now it's the Braves' turn to play from behind. They've done it quite a bit this year. But they're really going to have to lock in now. But the Warriors now playing with a lead. So now a huge draw again, as it's going to take an awkward bounce, and Deja Ruxter's there with it. Here comes Ruxter's. Has a stoppage of play. See if anybody was offside. Not sure what the call is. And they're going to, Warriors retain possession regardless. Moved in, CC Mason goes for the shot and gets rejected. Ball on the ground, scooped back up by the Warriors. Deja Ruxters. Donnelly splitting through defenders. She takes a hit, keeps the ball in her cradle momentarily, but loses it. As the Warriors no longer a man up. Ball is lost, but giving plenty of time to go retrieve it. Kylie King has it. Gets it up. Ruxters with it in her cradle. Ruxters moves around. Ruxers take some contact, goes low with it. It's a 2-goal lead for the Warriors. They have gone on a run and Ottawa has no answers.
Warriors goal, scored by number 3, Deja Ruxers.
And it's going to be a timeout for Ottawa. We'll step aside here on SomSaySports.com. Welcome back. The Braves taking a timeout after going down 2 for they have led for most of this one. And now they find themselves down 2. Simmons and Ruxters again, and it will wind up with Burr. Warriors can do no wrong right now as Burr goes through, takes a hard spill, and the handkerchief comes out. Looks like it's going to be a penalty shot. It will be a penalty shot for Brooke Burr. Brooke Burr tries to take it down low, and now it's a 3-goal lead for the Warriors. Just like that, what a run the Warriors have been on. Tied the game going into the 4th, and within just a little over 2 minutes here, have taken a 3-goal advantage. See if they can win another draw, as this one does go to the Braves. Moves around now. Moved around, that one knocked away. Tough defense here by Galini. This one's getting moved around, and it will be a hold call. Looks like it'll be a penalty shot now. Penalty shot going in, and it goes past Hoff. No, it does not actually. The net move, but it was on Hoff's. A little bit of an optical illusion here late night in the Summit City. Wayne must have just moved the net back a little bit, lost track of the ball, but Hoff makes a huge save. Moved out here, going through the lane. This one finds the back of the net. It's CC Mason racking up a goal. What a turnaround for the Warriors, CC Mason. Her first of the season. CC Mason just cut it in and took it herself, and she loves it. The bench loves it. What's not to love? Now I have another draw here. 11:14 to go in the fourth. 14-10, a Warrior advantage. Ball in the air. Once again, it's another draw win. Kylie King's going to be the recipient of it. Donnelly gets a little push off, passes it over Burr. Burr going in, Burr wide open, a little too high over the net, and it will be Brave ball. Warriors were under the assumption that they were closest to it as it was going out of bounds. Not happening. 10:25 to go in this one. So here comes the Braves streaking down the field. Gets it into their attacking zone. That one knocked down, and another big save from Hoff. Just saved it before going into the net. She does turn it over quickly, however. Under 10 to go in this one. 4-goal advantage for the Warriors. As now it's up to Ottawa to move quickly. Moves in, and that one's the ball went into the net. We'll see if it counts. It does. The penalty predated. The shot. Sventian will be credited with the goal there. And now it's the Braves trying to make a comeback with 9:21 left in this one. Ball in the air, kicked around. And now it's Deja Ruxters with it. Gives it up. Donnelly goes through the lane, and the Warriors get it right back. Warriors just doing everything they can right now. The run was short for Ottawa.
Scored by number 17, Faith Donnelly. Assisted by number 10, Butler.
So now we have another draw, and it will go into the air. 8:57 to go, and once again, it's going to be the Warriors picking it up. It's Kylie King. She loses it. Ball moving around. Deja Ruxters is able to pick it up, trying to keep the ball. She does, making sure the Braves stay on the side. And it's going to be a hold call. One goes around the net. And it's going to take a roll and got to stay on side, and they can't do it, as it'll now be Brave ball. We're going to stop the clock. Clock resumes it for a 2-second interval. See, we have some sort of gonna reset the shot clock. There it is. That must have been the issue. Ball's on the ground, picked up and lost briefly, and it will be Brave ball with 7:50 to go here in the fourth. 4-goal lead, tying the largest of the night for the Warriors. Braves led all the way till the fourth. Warriors going to go on a road trip. They'll be home next Sunday. Moved around. And it's going to be picked back up. Long possession here for the Braves before it's taken away. Warriors get it back, and Faith Donnelly is on an island right now. Has nothing but green grass in front of her. Decides to slow it up. Some rain trickling down here or there on what has been a cold night in Fort Wayne. Moved around. Donnelly going through the lane. Donnelly is rejected there by Bairden. 6:10 to go. Ottawa looking now for a miracle comeback. Lost their last game in overtime. Have a lot of work to do here in the last 4 minutes. And just out of bounds. Was tempting fate, trying to balance beam that orange line and couldn't do it. Move down low. That one just sneaks past Bairden, and Deja Rucksters with another goal. Been dominating all night. She racks up another one there.
Warriors goal scored by number 3, Deja Rucksters.
5:18 to go. So 5:18 to go now. Ball's in the air. And that's going to be moved around. .444 to go in this game. It's Burr. Rucksters going in, goes down low, bounces it into the net. The second half has been all Warriors. 4:29 to go as they look to improve to 3-1 on the season. A timeout called. They're up 6. We'll be right back.
I think it's really important for freshmen to realize you get out of college what you put into it. If you dedicate yourself to your classes and to your projects and to what you're doing in college, you're going to have a really great experience here.
I wish someone would have told me my freshman year that it's important to prioritize, knowing what's important, what's not important, knowing what I need to do opposed to what I want to do.
The two things that I think all freshmen should know is buy a parking permit so you don't rack up a bunch of fines and tickets. And also make sure you go to class, because it seems like a good idea when you're skipping, but then it's not worth it in the end when you fail the test or don't turn in homework.
As an international student, my advice for the freshmen is to not be afraid to make friends, because your friends here will end up being your family away from home.
Anything that you want to do, anything that you want to put on, anything that you want to showcase on campus, you can. There's always people around to help you do what you want to do here.
Make sure that you always take time for yourself to make sure that you're okay, because college can be very overwhelming as far as like schoolwork and friends and sports and just like everyday life. Always just make sure that you get what you need to get done.
It's important to have a relationship with your professors, because you become more personable with them. You start to engage in the material more. They can give you recommendations, especially once you get out of college. You definitely want to put them down as like references, and if you have a better personal relationship, it just makes the whole learning experience go smoothly.
4:29 left to go in this one. The Braves electing to take a timeout as they look for a miracle comeback. The draw will go to the Braves. This one goes in, and Hoff catches it in her cradle. Is able to throw it out. It's Burr. Burr comes flying down the field and loses it. And it will be out of bounds. Or a turnover, my apologies. 3:45 to go. One goes into the cradle, and there, once again, Warriors can run down a lot of this clock, but they get ready for their road trip. Warriors not back here until next Sunday. And now it's Burr. 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. Gives it up Donnelly. Donnelly going in. Donnelly spikes a low. It's off the crossbar. An unlucky break for Faith Donnelly. The Warriors wind back up with it anyways. .222 to go. Take a look at the stats here tonight. The second half has just been all Warriors. 2:14 to go. For the Warriors, Deja Rooksters with 6 goals. Burr with 5. Farrell with 2. Donnelly with 2. CeCe Mason and Ricky both with 1. Sydney Obafor getting 3 saves and 5 goals allowed, and Hoss and 9 saves on 6 goals allowed. .12 saves on 17 goals allowed for Bairden. She had a good start to her night. Defense kind of struggled a little bit in front of her, about a 15-second differential. Should about end it. Also, Farrell, despite only having 2 goals tonight, does clip in 5 assists, leading the team. Ricky has 2, Burr with 1. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule. Once again, they're going to play Cumberland's, a top 3 ranked team. The Warriors moving up to the top 10. This one goes in. Donnelly, one last goal, a cherry on top of the second half. 45 seconds to go. That should do it. As I said before, they will face Cumberland in Kentucky on Sunday. Then they're going to play at Calvin. They'll be here next Sunday against Kaiser. Then they'll be on the road and just outside of Detroit against Lawrence Tech, Concordia, Bethel, and then a 4-game homestand late March into early April against Marion, Rochester, Aquana Heights for closing their season out on the road against Madonna on the 13th of April. And this draw will end it. What a performance from the Warriors. They trailed all the way to the beginning of the 4th quarter. As the rain really starting to come down now. Yeah, for sure. It's kind of a light rain, but certainly visible. Men's team getting ready to practice their 4th rank, drop down a couple spots, looking to get those back. We won't see them until April here on Summit City Sports. Moving in now. And it will be a yellow car, yellow. Little shot here, it's going way out of bounds. It'll be Brave ball, it's all the way in the net. Not gonna matter for too much longer. Moving around, 10 seconds to go. Here comes the Braves again. See if they get one last shot off. Try to cut into their disadvantage a little bit. Hoff there to scoop it up, and the buzzer will sound. The Indiana Tech Warriors win 18-11. They're 3-1. Ottawa goes to 0-4. Thanks again for joining us here tonight as an elated Indiana Tech team will go to 3-1 against before their top 10 matchup versus Cumberland. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time. This has been Indiana Tech Women's Lacrosse, presented by SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior?